I'll be brief. My name's Bryan Holder. This is let me take my hat off to show deference to this authority of this board. My name's Bryan Holder. This is the fifth time I've run for Congress in Iowa here. I'm in a new congressional district, which is the fourth. I have not been invited to any debates, not been invited to Iowa press to discuss my campaigns. And I think it's time that people like me, candidates like me, are invited to Iowa press and invited to the debates. You know, the only criteria that is subject to the democratic process is the ballot access laws in Iowa, which the Republican Party has made extremely strict over the last several years. So I met the ballot access requirements. Under federal law, I'm a legally qualified candidate for the office of the 4th Congressional District. And I've also, made everything I've done completely transparent. I brought my camera here to record this presentation. But, our mission statement here is to educate, inform, enrich, and inspire. Well, I think we failed to educate the public. Each time I've run and you guys have had a debate, your host has failed to mention that I'm on the ballot and other candidates are on the ballot. So the first rule of journalism is to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The fact is, I'm on the ballot. I've received tens of thousands of votes, cumulative in all of my campaigns. That is newsworthy, that is noteworthy, and I am a viable, credible candidate. I may not win because I haven't raised millions of dollars, but the monetary factor should not matter. That's not what this democracy is about. You guys rely upon the Forbes opinion from 1998, where a racist, bigot, Nazi ran for Congress in Arkansas. You know what? Just last night, Arkansas Public Television had a lieutenant governor debate, and they have the libertarian candidate in the debate. So obviously, the state of Arkansas no longer considers the Forbes opinion precedent. It's dead letter law as far as I'm concerned. As regards to the criteria, you've got a double standard you've set up between the primary debates that you produce and the general election debates. There's no compelling governmental interest to have double standards because it just keeps people like me and Rick out of the political process and the marketplace of ideas. Also, the 1934 Communications Act, it says that candidates have the right to appear if there's bona fide news coverage. But we also have an equal opportunity to appear, and this network is supposed to grant reasonable access. But these exceptions for bona fide news story, bona fide debates, they've basically eaten up and destroyed the rule of law for allowing people like me to engage in the civil conversation. So that's completely wrong. And, I run for Congress for all the little people who don't have a voice in the political process. Your host, O.K. Henderson, has even written about my campaigns. She's a host of Iowa Press. She hosts the debates, but yet she hasn't mentioned that I'm running. And here's a story that she wrote about my speech at the state fair. But the people that are the little people, the people that have disabilities and concerns, they should have their voices heard. And this woman here, a one-woman orchestra, this is the love of my life. And this was written in 1998 when she was a freshman. Strike up the band. Sandra Voigt displays the instrument she will play at state contest. She's only a freshman, but she already plays the flute, trombone, tuba, saxophone, trumpet, clarinet, and piccolo. This Saturday, she will be taking 7 pieces to the Iowa State Music Contest. Prior to moving to Villisca last fall with her family, Sandra already played the flute. The children were used to urban schools in New Orleans. And the change of pace in Stanton, here in Iowa, gave her an opportunity to compete. Sandra spent 4 or 5 hours a day practicing the flute, just like I've spent a lot of my life preparing for this moment here to run for office. It's not just about the people that have the millions of dollars to run that should matter. Us average citizens should be able to participate. My biggest idea is to divide the congressional districts into smaller ones because they've grown so large we don't have representation. But this little boy here, he's 1 year old in this picture, and I didn't know that someday he wouldn't be allowed to participate exercise the full rights of citizenship, just to discuss things. All I want to do is to be on your network, and I'm prepared today to do a 30-minute interview with you if you would allow me that opportunity. But, You know, like Dr. King said, we shouldn't be judged by the color of our skin or how much money we've raised for Congress. We should be judged by the content of our character. I think I've demonstrated that character, and that's censorship. And I didn't want to have to come here today and speak like this, but I thank you all for listening to me, and I hope you reconsider and allow me the opportunity to speak with my fellow citizens. Thank you.
Mr. Holder, thank you so much for coming and addressing the board this morning.
Thank you.
Are there any other members of the public that would like to address the board? All right, hearing none, we will move into reports and recommendations of executive director and staff. And we will start with the diversity plan.